Hello, KIPP, Texas, Houston students, and this is our Me, Myself, and I self-portrait project. I'm Mr. Hilbert, and I will be your guide for today. Day one is prepping our paper and drawing our face outline. So your paper height needs to be 12 inches or 14 inches, and the width needs to be 9 inches or 11 inches. If you got a poster board, you're going to want to turn it horizontally or landscape wise, and you are going to fold it in half and then cut it in half so that you have two sheets. If you did not get a poster board, do not worry about doing this and just make sure you have two sheets of paper in case you make an oops or a mistake. For our paper with this project, it should be vertical, like a portrait, because we are drawing a portrait. Now, I have some questions for you. When you are doing your artwork, you need to decide, do you want to make it more abstract or realistic? You may be asking yourself, are we using a side profile or a front profile or a 3/4 profile? We are using a side profile. If you decide that you want your artwork to be more realistic, you are going to follow along with me or on your own with making a realistic side profile now. Your side profile that's more realistic should be focused on proportions. Maybe you're going to look in the mirror and see what your side profile looks like, or have someone take a picture. What I did was I mapped out my side profile. So I used a circle for the top of my head, and then I looked at the angles of my face and mapped those out. So then when I go in and draw my outline, it's very easy to do. So I started by sketching, meaning I use really light lines. So you don't want to press too hard on your paper. Then I went again with more sketch lines to create an outline. And then once I had my final outline, I've gone and erased those sketch lines that mapped out my face. I'm perfecting my outline. I guess I had some issues with the nose here. And this is where I would like to talk to you about making sure that things are perfect. I took about 10 minutes fixing that nose when I liked it in the first place. So remember, just wait until you've moved on to something else before sitting with your paper and spending 10 minutes wasting time perfecting a nose. So now what I'm doing is I am using a darker color to just outline my face. You can do this with black. I'm just tracing over my sketch lines. And I'm just fixing some of my proportions and erasing my other leftover sketch lines to make sure that my outline is a solid black. And I want to make sure that it's a thick outline. So now what I'm doing is, if we look, I'm using my sketch lines now to make a more abstract side profile. So I focus more on using simple shapes with my sketch lines, and then I outlined it. So an abstract side profile is going to be a lot easier and a lot faster than doing a realistic side profile. And your abstract side profile will use simple shapes, whereas the realistic profile takes more time and uses more detailed shapes. So when you're creating your artwork, you're going to want to think about that. Thanks for joining in. Have fun completing step 1 of your project. Bye!